But the big story, after serving as Chief Minister for 3 terms in the National Capital, Congress senior leader Sheila Dikshit will now be the party's chief ministerial face for the Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections. UP Congress in charge Ghulam Nabi Azad made a formal announcement on her candidature. He said Sheila Dikshit is both hardworking and she is experienced, whose 15-year rule in Delhi as the Chief Minister cannot be undermined. Sheila Dikshit's selection is part of the Congress strategy to garner the Brahmin, the Rajput and the Muslim votes in the state. She's also considered to be far more acceptable to faction-ridden UP Congress. Now, very interestingly, the announcement has come on a day that the Anti-Corruption Bureau summoned Sheila Dikshit for her alleged role in the 400 crore rupees water tanker scam.
Sheila ji, congratulations on your name being announced. You up for it?
Well, the party has taken a decision for which I'm very grateful, that they repose so much faith and trust in me. And I can only pray right now that I hope I'm able to live up to that faith and trust.
Yeah, many would consider, you've been 3-time Chief Minister of Delhi and you're not getting any younger, no disrespect, man. So many would consider this a bit surprising.
Well, I don't know, yes. To many it may appear surprising, but this talk has been going on for some time, and I think after a lot of consideration, this decision has been taken, and I only hope and pray to God that I'm able to live up to this expectation.
Your opponents say that all your politics, active politics life has been in Delhi, and that there's a dearth of talent in UP, and that's why they pitchforked you.
No. There is a lot of my political life. 15 years of my political life has been in Delhi, no doubt about it. But I've also been in politics when I was in UP. I was the Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs and Minister of State in the PMO when I was in UP. So it's not that I'm cut off from UP.
Your supporters say this is an inspired move. Your detractors say this is a desperate move.
Well, I don't think it's a desperate move. I think a decision has been taken after a lot of consideration by the High Command. And I think we should respect that. Why do you call it a desperate move? It's something they've done. And I'm not a stranger to UP at all.
One last question. Your detractors are already raising this question of corruption charges against you.
This is totally wrong. They are politically motivated. Even Mr. Kejriwal has admitted that there are no charges at all. And let's see what happens. But if you just call somebody corrupt like that, doesn't mean the person has become corrupt. I am very clear that this is only politically motivated. There is no truth in it at all.
One last question. What role will Priyanka Gandhi play? Will she campaign? Have you managed to get a promise out of her?
Well, there's a huge demand for her. And I do hope that eventually, maybe after some time, she will campaign, because her campaigning will be great help to the Congress to win the elections. And she's extremely popular. So I do hope that eventually she will change her mind and will come forward.
So when are you planning to shift to UP now?
Yes, I will. I will shift to Lucknow. I will stay in Lucknow most of the time, or except when we are doing this part of UP, the western part of it, then maybe I'll function from here. But definitely I will be in UP, Lucknow.
Let's go straight now to India Today's Ashar for more on this. Ashar, the Congress has been making a lot of noise in the last few weeks before those crucial elections, whether it was, Raj Babbar's role in leading the party in UP, or the elevation of Imran Masood, or even Priyanka Gandhi's larger role. And now we have that big news about Sheila Dikshit being the chief ministerial candidate, the face of UP. So what really is the strategy behind all of these decisions?
Well, what we've been given to understand is that the Congress party is targeting 3 specific vote banks, that is the Brahmins, the Thakurs and the Muslims. Now, in the current arrangement, Sheila Dikshit is the face for chief ministerial candidate. You have Sanjay Singh, who's there for the campaign committee, and then you have Pramod Tiwari, old hand of Uttar Pradesh, who's there for the coordination committee. So clearly, the Congress party relying on old guards, bringing in old guards for their help. They've also utilized the services of of young Turks like RPN Singh and Jitin Prasad. So the strategy is to involve everybody. By putting somebody like Sheila Dikshit, you eliminate the risk of infighting within the Uttar Pradesh Congress, because everybody realizes that she is a leader who does not have peers. She's above everybody else. So that settles one thing, because we've seen in the last couple of elections in several states, the Congress party has been gripped with infighting. Now here the question of infighting does not arise. Secondly, the Congress party says that she, for the last 15 years or so, she was not active in UP. So clearly it will be difficult for her to play favourites. So she will probably go on merits of the case. So that is the other point. And as far as her not being inactive, taking that as a disadvantage, the Congress party says that they've got experienced hands like Pramod Tiwari, Sanjay Singh and others, and also Mr. Raj Babbar, who's just been appointed as the chief of the UP Congress, steering the ship clearly, and Sheila Dikshit is first among equals and the chief ministerial candidate.
Absolutely. But you mentioned that the Congress party, they're relying on, the old guard. But do you think perhaps that could, just backfire for the party? Because that is something that is going against Sheila Dikshit, her age, and also, the kind of inexperience she has with the state. She may have been married into a family that belonged to the state of Uttar Pradesh and also is a Brahmin. But are those the only factors that could perhaps prove to be beneficial for the party in such a crucial election?
Well, frankly speaking, Avantika, the Congress is a number 4 party in Uttar Pradesh. We've seen that in the last 2 assembly elections. Their record in Lok Sabha elections also was nothing to write home about. So there is very little at stake as far as the Congress is concerned. So it is trying to put its best foot forward, and that is why so well in advance, say it's about 6 months to the announcement of elections, then the actual elections, the Congress party has taken a decision which is unheard of in the Congress circle. Something like this rarely happens, that 6 months prior to the announcement of elections an entire team is in place. So the best we can say for the Congress is at least it has put people to places. Now how do they go ahead? The taste of the pudding certainly will be in the eating, but at the moment the Congress is making a lot of noise in song and dance, and we've seen in the last couple of weeks this number 4 party in Uttar Pradesh is hogging all the limelight.
All right, Ashar, thanks so much for joining us.